What's going on, guys? Wesley here. Today I'm going to be showing you one of the coolest glitches to come out in Black Ops 6, allowing you to get unlimited ammo with the jet gun. You don't even have to hold down your trigger in order to fire this forever. It is so cool, and there's so many different possibilities with this glitch. So if you want to support me for absolutely free, I'll come out with more videos on this, on the best ways to possibly use this. Make sure you like and subscribe. So first of all, the requirements for this glitch are pretty simple. Void Sheath, the augment for Ether Shroud, is absolutely required for this glitch. The other requirement is you're going to need akimbo melee weapons in your melee slot. For me, I'm using the katanas that is in with the Ninja Turtle bundle that just came out. So first of all, what you want to do is load into a Liberty Falls game. I also saw someone mention that you need to have melee macchiato, the espresso augment. That is absolutely not true. You do not need that. The only two requirements for this glitch are Void Sheath as well as the akimbo melee. So once you've loaded into Liberty Falls, go ahead and unlock the jet gun by either doing the quest until you unlock the jet gun and build it, or you can do Wonder Bar right here. You can grab this Gobblegum and test your luck. Now, I don't know about you guys, my luck is absolutely dog water whenever it comes to anything that is game related with Call of Duty. Any roll of the dice, I'm getting the ray gun, not the jet gun. So anyway, that was a waste of a Gobblegum. Once you have the jet gun unlocked though, you are good to go. So let me show you exactly how you're going to do this. First of all, go ahead and grab the jet gun. Make sure you have your akimbo melee weapon in your melee slot and you have an available Ether Shroud. Once you're good to go, let's run through the steps. I'm going to run through it quick, then slow. So what we're going to do is go ahead and fire your jet gun and fire your Ether Shroud while still holding the trigger for your jet gun. Your Ether Shroud will force out your akimbo melee weapons, and then right before your Ether Shroud runs out, you want to start spamming sprint as well as the punch button, which is not your trigger, it is your dedicated melee button. So for example, on console, it's going to be your right stick. On PC, you're going to have some type of hotkey like I do. So essentially what you want to do is just continue spamming those buttons for a little bit and then stop and then tap your trigger, and what's going to happen is you are going to start firing your jet gun infinitely. So let's run through this in slow motion because obviously that's a little bit confusing. Step one is to start firing off your jet gun. Now, while you're holding that button down, wait about a full second, and then you want to fire off your Ether Shroud. Still holding the trigger for your jet gun, you can see on the right side of the screen, it is still firing off. You are going to then be forced to take out your akimbo weapons. At this point, you can let go of your trigger. You're good to go. You want to wait until that Ether Shroud at the bottom right of your screen starts flashing red. That is super important. It tells you Ether Shroud's about to end. At this point, you want to spam sprint as well as your dedicated melee weapon, which is going to be right stick on console. You're spam clicking that as well as your sprint, which is your left button, your left, stick. And then on PC, you're going to be spamming sprint as well as your dedicated melee button. At this point, once you are forced out of Ether Shroud, you want to continue to spam those buttons. Spam it for at least about like 4 to 5 seconds, and eventually you will be able to then stop and then just simply tap your trigger and your jet gun should fire infinitely. If it does not work, please rewatch the section before this and make sure that you are pressing the buttons that I set. For example, your dedicated melee button on console is your right stick. I'm not talking about you firing off your trigger over and over again to actually swing your akimbo melee weapons. Go back in the video if anything is confusing. Some things that can deactivate this: if you overload your jet gun, that will deactivate this. If you climb a ladder, that will deactivate this. But don't worry, because you are actually gaining up your Ether Shroud while you are in this glitch, which makes it super easy for you to get back in it. Yes, you can easily get back into this glitch by simply repeating the steps I just showed you. Just make sure you have your akimbo melee weapons, your Ether Shroud with the augment, and the jet gun. It's super easy to do, but if you have any questions, make sure you leave them down below. Then like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.